Good morning, HOD Professor A.K. Chaturvedi sir, my seminar guide K.V. Rana sir, faculty members, examiners, and my final year's batchmates. I am Rahul Singh, currently pursuing my bachelor degree in production and industrial engineering from Rajasthan Technical University, Kota. Today I am pleased to be here in front of you all to deliver the presentation. My seminar topic: vacuum braking system principle. The vacuum braking system is controlled through a brake pipe connecting a brake valve and the driver's cab with braking equipments on every vehicle. The operation of brake equipments on each vehicle depends on the condition of a vacuum created in the pipe by an ejector or executor. With a full vacuum, the brake is released. With no vacuum at normal atmosphere pressure in the brake pipe, the brake is fully pied parts. Driver's brake waves, the means by which the driver controls the brake. The brakes will have at least the following position: release, running, lap, and brake on, executor. It's usually controlled from the driver's brake wave being switched in at full speed to get a brake released, or at slow speed to maintain the vacuum. Dummy coupling. At the end of each vehicle, dummy coupling points provided to allow the ends of the brake pipe hoses to be sealed. When the vehicles uncoupled, the sealed dummy coupling prevent the vacuum being lost from the brake pipe. Coupled hoses. The brake pipe is carried between adjacent vehicle through flexible hoses. The hoses can be sealed at the outer end of the trains by connecting them to dummy couplings. Brake cylinder. Each vehicle has at least one brake cylinder, something two and or more are provided. The movement of the piston contained inside the cylinder operates the brake through link called ringing. The ringing applies the blocks to the wheels. The piston inside the brake cylinder moves in accordance with the change in vacuum pressure in the brake pipe. Loss of vacuum applies the brakes. Resistance of the vacuum release the brakes. Vacuum receivers. The operation of the vacuum brakes release on the difference in pressure between one side of the brake cylinder piston and the other into the ensure there is always a source of vacuum available to operate the brake. A vacuum receiver is provided on the connected to the upper side of the piston brake block. This is the friction material which is pressed against the surface on the wheel, triggered by the upward movement of the brake cylinder piston brake pipe. The vacuum carrying pipe running the length of train which train meets. The variation in pressure required to control the brakes is connected between vehicles by flexible hoses which can be uncoupled to allow vehicles to be separated. Brake waves in open. In a vacuum brake system, depressing the brake pedal open a valve between the brake cylinder which contains a piston and the intake manifold to which the brake cylinder is connected. When you apply the brakes, air is executed from the cylinder head of the piston. At the same time, atmosphere pressure acts on the rear sides of the piston to exert a powerful pulley on the rod attached to the piston. Brake valve is closed. When the brake valve is closed, the chamber ahead of the position shut off from the intake manifold and is opened to the atmosphere. The pressure is then the same on both sides of the piston. Therefore, no pulley in exert upon the pull rod. The brakes are released and the piston returned to its original position in the brake cylinder by the brake show return springs. When brake is released, this diagram shows the condition of the brake cylinder, ball valve and vacuum receiver. In the release position, the piston is at the bottom of the brake cylinder. Note how the brake cylinder is open at the top so that it is in direct connection with the vacuum receiver. A vacuum has been created in the brake pipe, the vacuum receiver and underneath the piston in the brake cylinder. The removal of atmosphere pressure from the system has caused the ball valve to open connection between the vacuum receiver and the brake pipe. The fall of piston to the bottom of the brake cylinder cause the brake blocks to be released from the brake is applied. During the brake application, the vacuum in the brake pipe is reduced by admitting air from the atmosphere as the air enters the ball, where its force the balls. The connection to the vacuum receiver. This ensures that the vacuum in the receiver will not be reduced. At the same time, the air entering the underside of the brake cylinder creates an imbalance in the pressure compared with the pressure above the piston. This forces the piston upward to apply the brakes. Advantages: simple in design, ability to get partial release, something the pneumatic brake called not do without additional equipments, greater amount of safety because the vacuum losses result in the braking of the vehicle. Highly reliable in the case of railway wagons. Permanent, the automatic application of brakes down the entire length of the trains from a simple control in the driver's hand. Vacuum brake are also fail-safe since the vacuum is used for applying the brakes. Limitation: the partial limits on the degree of vacuum attainable means that a very large brake piston and cylinder are required to generate the force necessary on the brakes block. The extent of vacuum in the train's pipe can cause to be sucked in. The vacuum brake was not effective as the air brake is taking longer to apply and require large cylinder to provide it the same. brake effort as the air brake its was so to release are any and requires additional equipments to speed up its operation. Any question?
Yes. What is the difference between vacuum and air brakes?
Visual difference between the two systems are shown by air brakes working of high pressure with the air hoses at the ends of rolling stocks having a small diameter. Vacuum brakes work of the low pressure and the hoses at the ends of rolling stocks are of a longer diameter. Thank you so much.